Cherie Hanson here. Today I thought I would talk to you about your range. I had this thought come to me as I look back over my life. If I look over a month or a year or 5 years or 10 years, what I come to understand is that um, based on my emotional maturity, my awareness, my mindfulness practice, I'm kind of caught in a range. And the only thing I can compare it to is if you're driving a stick shift. Okay? So as we go through life, we have a certain range. And you can observe yourself and see it. When I was 20, my range was quite vast. I would get very, very depressed, or I would get very angry, or I would get very ecstatically busy. So I was constantly shifting through these various emotional and energy states. And as I watch the process of my life, I come to understand that when I'm more grounded, when I'm in a place where I'm in my body and I feel at home in my body, my emotional range is actually narrower. And I would say it moves up to the high end. Okay? So there are states that I have which are peaceful. Say right now with my hip hurting and that kind of thing, where I am with that is quietly patient and not in a state of despair. I'm not gearing down really, really low and low vibration. And on the other hand, I'm not in a kind of adolescent, pumped up, adrenalized expectation, excitement, like a 13-year-old girl getting dressed for a school dance or something like that. I tend to stay more what I call in the pocket. And that state is that I know that whatever I'm going through at the current time is going to serve me. Let me explain how it appears to me. It's like a bank account. I think about bank accounts quite frequently. It's very much like a bank account. If I am depositing higher energy in my bank account, in my life account, then I am increasing the likelihood of this richness, this prosperity, this sense of being cared for and taken care of. And I also move out into the world in a much higher vibration, so things get very sweet. If I am in a state where I allow myself to get into victim mindset, something goes wrong and I see it as a sign that the entire universe is like a person with a fly swatter and they're just trying to find me and just swat me down. If I'm doing that, my bank account is being depleted. And there are so many cause and effect things to look at here. If I'm constantly building up my bank account, if I'm constantly feeling like everything I'm going through is somehow growing me, is somehow making me, a wiser person, a more capable person, even if I didn't like it. I often don't like lessons. Nobody says, God, I'm glad I had that lesson. Maybe 5 years later. But if we're in this place where we are going through something and we are in a state of submission and just saying, I don't know why why this is happening, but there is the possibility that it's helping me become a richer, happier, more peaceful, and more balanced person. Hey, that's pretty cool. So, challenges are something we can't escape because we got born in the body. You know, it's not comfy cozy in the body. It just isn't. There are just so many things that can go wrong. I think of when somebody gets, some kind of rash or something like that, they go on MedMD and they look it up and they're like 1,200 things it could be. And that's kind of, we're at the mercy of our fragility, of our physical fragility, of our temporal existence. We're a drop of water that has fallen on the surface, and the heat will come and we will evaporate. And we're always aware of that. We're always aware of that. But how do we move through the world is the question. And I could see it today. I could see how my range of emotion has changed so much. If you think about a 3 or 4-year-old, like they'd be on the floor holding their breath, screaming and epileptic in seconds. And then later on, they're just, running out the door, skipping and riding an imaginary horse. Their range is very vast, and they go up and they go down. I have gotten to a place now in my life where I can observe the fact that my range is narrower. I don't go into operatic, some kind of rococo opera with extremes, and I don't fall as low on the energy range where I'm just saying to myself, it's not worth it, it's too heavy, I can't do this, where can I resign, how can I get off this trolley car? And it gets to the lower range where you say, okay, how can I diffuse the urge to drive this down lower? How can I stop shifting down in my vehicle? And we get to coping skills. Things like, I know this sounds ridiculous, but I'm tired. So what if I slept? Then maybe my mind wouldn't be giving me these messages. What if I drank some water? Then my mind wouldn't be giving me these messages. What if I did one nice thing for somebody else? Then my mind wouldn't be giving me these messages. And we have to learn ourselves. This is a language I had to learn. The language is the language of Cherie. What works with her? What makes her feel better? What gives her stability and optimism and solidity? And we need to go about it very consciously. We get there so much faster if we're intending to learn how to operate ourselves instead of just bashing around like bumper cars. A lot of us do that, especially in our teenage years. We'll just hit something over and over again and say, oh my God, that was horrible. I don't know why I hit that. Instead of, as we get older, going, I'm going to really watch myself and learn some stuff so I can learn, first of all, how to take care of myself so that my range of emotions is higher and I'm in a place where I have more optimism, I have more trust in other people, I heal faster, my body feels safer with me, and we suddenly start to see more beauty in our lives. The smallest thing is just so beautiful. Instead of waiting for some kind of massive lottery win or something that's just going to sweep away all of our humanity, all of our struggles, and all of our, burdens of being human. What we get down to is we get down to asking for, can I look at a water drop on a red tulip? Can I see that cute kid walking backwards down the sidewalk? Can I look at somebody walking past me and think, aren't they lovely? And then what we're doing is we're starting to operate our own gears, our own range of emotional reactions. And it doesn't protect us from being mortal. It doesn't protect us from having lessons or having, bad things show up. But what it does do is it makes it so much easier for us to handle being mortal. I wanted to share this with you today because I could see it in my mind so clearly. What is my emotional range? How many levels do I shift through in a day or a week or a month or a year? And is my range tending toward the higher vibration, toward a sense of peace, of ease, of softness, of flow, of my love to someone else and their love to me? If so, then I'm growing. And golly gosh, that's the most we can hope for in life, is just to grow the hell up. So thank you for listening and for watching my YouTube video. Do subscribe, and I would also let you know that I do coaching for people. I have the channel, I have the insight messages that come to me, which are dead on accurate. They're just a gift that I was given when I got born. Thank you. And get a hold of me. I'll do a remote reading for you. I can coach you along through this process of growing. And I am very, very grateful that you stopped by to listen. If you like the video, thumbs up, subscribe. Thank you very much.